Well, welcome back, Titan Army. It's been a jam-packed week, as always, for the Reign of Titans team. So for this week, from launching the social plan for the Creator Clash, it's actually happening this weekend, finalizing some details for some exciting collaborations and events we have on the horizon. It's been a really, really busy week for us. On top of that, we got to make sure the game is ready to scale as we continue to grow, and that all of the new changes and everything are bug for all of you. This week's Titan Talk, we have a lot to cover. Let's dive right in. So for today, first up, we'll be calling on our competitive players, going through our next affiliate tournament, which is happening this weekend. I see Ads doesn't really know what's happening with her internet. So hopefully she'll be able to chime in. If not, you guys will be with me. But as always, let's make sure to show Ads love in the chat as well. But basically what I was saying is today we'll go over the affiliate tournament, going over basically all things that you need to know for this weekend's community tournament. So these are always fun for us. It's a great testing ground for new strategies, especially with all the new elemental effects. So it's going to be an exciting one, and we'll dive into that in just a second. Next up, we'll be discussing Dutch Comic Con. So we're going to the Dutch Comic Con June 20th to the 22nd. We're actively getting everything in place, and this will be one of the largest public showings we've had this year, and I'll dive into that shortly. And before we close, Ads is actually in India at the moment, so that's why we're not together for the Titan Talk. She's landed in Mumbai. She's all safe and sound. She's already had a few meetings as well, and now we're just getting ready for this weekend's Creator Clash. So today we'll go over everything that's in store for you, for the players that are competing, and as well as our viewers around the globe. And also something that we're going to talk about in this Creator Clash section is our official esports roadmap. So what we want to do here is set the stage for what our competitive play will look like for the rest of 2025, as well as potentially beyond. But today you guys will get a first-hand look at all of that. I see a question from Relzy. Sadly, Relzy, I've had a few things pop up. I will not be able to make this trip in terms of going to Mumbai. But don't worry, we'll see you guys soon. I will definitely miss everyone getting to go to the arena and getting to see the arena in person. But don't worry, we will see you guys soon. No.
Test.
Oh, here's Ads.
Can you hear me? Oh,
yes.
Hello. Yes. Cool. Just saying hi. Glad my mic's working.
Amazing, Ads. Do you want to give any opening remarks? How is it on the ground there in India? How was your travels?
It's very hot. It's hot. It's buggy. But it is amazing. I went to the arena today, had some meetings, as Blake said earlier today. I arrived at 3 a.m. this morning, jumped straight in. Got to see the arena in person. It looks amazing, but I'll talk about that a little bit later when we go through our Creator Clash section.
Ads is out here pulling an all-nighter for Titan Army. We love to see it. Love to see it. All right, well, we'll quickly go through this affiliate stuff. So Ads, you can kind of give us some input from on the ground there in India. Well, great. Awesome. So as we announced last week, we're actually taking a break from our official Titan tournaments. So the one on June 7th have been canceled. But nonetheless, our affiliate hosts have stepped up for some community-led action, which will be happening on both this Saturday as well as next Saturday. So we have a doubleheader of some Saturday affiliate action. And for this weekend, we have our trusted host, Daniel, RCS, as well as Shazinix, will be leading the charge. So for this affiliate tournament, it is called Anything Goes. This means no matter your Titan's element, no matter the weapons, this is your chance to jump into the arena, test out your new strategies, and compete for glory alongside some of the best players. So for this week, as I mentioned, we've done a few of these affiliate tournament Anything Goes. So logistics will remain pretty much the same. Matches will be best of 3 until the grand finals, which is best of 5. And rounds will follow our standard flow, going all the way from 8 a.m. to 11:10 a.m. EST, which is where our grand finals will be. Now, let me share this in chat so you guys can follow along with me. But now let's dive into the juicy stuff. Let's look at the prize pool breakdown as well as the schedule for this. So if you get into the top 32 Titans, you'll be scoring a nice $30 bonus. If you make it into the top 16, you get an additional $30. The top 8, an additional $35 USD. Top four, another 35 USD bonus. And then our runner-up will be going home with a total of 165 USD, while our champion of the block will then be going home with 185 USD. From here, the two block champions will then compete in our overall playoff series, which again will be best of 5. And here we have our runner-up going home with 225 USD and our champion going home with 245 USD. In terms of the schedule, not many changes here. Oh, I see a quick question from RCS about balance update. There won't be a balance update for this upcoming affiliate tournament. We'll have more news this week, or excuse me, next week. But ads, correct me if I'm incorrect there as well. But to my knowledge,
you're right.
Yeah.
Yes, there won't be a balance update this week. We will have a balance update before the next Titan tournament, but whether or not it comes before the second affiliate is still TBD. But it will be before the next Titan tournament.
All right, everyone, mark those calendars. Before the next Titan tournament, we will have that balance update. May come before the second affiliate, but we'll keep you guys updated heading into next week. Please don't do balance before the second affiliate. We'll see, Haya. We will see. All right, let's dive back into the schedule here. Not much has changed here as well. So we have round 1 taking place from 8:40 a.m. EST. 15-minute break there before we go into round 2. Take place from 8:55 to 9:20. Round 3 from 9:25 to 9:45. Our quarterfinals, these are the block quarterfinals, from 9:50 to 10:10. Block semifinals from 10:50 to 10:30. And then our finals will take place from 10:35 to 10:50 a.m. From here, we will head into our overall finals. So the two champions from each block will then face each other. And that will be taking place starting at as well. Our stream will begin at the block finals, so about at 10:30. But as always, we'll keep you guys updated if there are any. So will the affiliate be streamed in the Mumbai event? So the event is actually occurring before we kick off with the tournament, actually before the tournament stream. So we will not be streaming the affiliate live at the arena. But that actually brings up a good point. I don't think we'll have any time to have crossover there, Daniel. But if there is some crossover, maybe we can show some of the local Indian players, and especially the creators, what our normal tournaments look like. But Ross is not in Navi. Ross will be doing the watch party from his home as well. So he is not in India with the team. But back to kind of just closing this affiliate section. As I mentioned, these are really, really great testing grounds for you guys to test the Titans, find new elements, and showcase some more strategies. We love seeing this in the affiliate tournaments, especially in the Anything Goes. Make sure to keep it coming. But as always, this is just the beginning of our affiliate tournament action. As I mentioned, we will have 2 affiliate tournaments this week. We've already teased some of the logistics in the affiliate info channel on our Discord for what the second one will be like. And just a little sneak peek for you here. We will have 4 Titans. Each player will select 4 Titans going into all the battles. And then basically from there, your opponent will have the opportunity to ban one of your opponent's Titans. So it'll be the first time we're doing a tournament like this. It'll be something new that we're trying. Really, really excited to test this out with our you guys can get a little bit of a sneak peek of that affiliate info channel. But as always, we will announce this in our announcement channel and make sure you guys are all up to speed as well. Now let me look in chat, see if there are any questions just quickly about the affiliate. I think we are all good. Yeah, the second format, Ross, is going to be really fun. This first one will just be normal, but the second one, yeah, we're going to test out that new format. And thank you, as always, to Daniel, RCS, and Shazinix for hosting these tournaments. Amazing idea as well. I believe you can't join both, but that will be a question for Daniel in chat. Yeah, you can't join both. Perfect. All right, everyone. Let's head on over to talk about the Dutch comic. So we've teased this a little bit here and there, but we haven't officially really talked about this Comic-Con. So we're really, really excited to actually announce that Reign of Titans will be making our Comic-Con debut at the Dutch Comic-Con. So this will be taking place, obviously, in the Netherlands. It will be taking place from June 20th to the 22nd. This will be our first, really large-scale event in the region of Europe. And honestly, as always, with a lot of the things that we're doing right now, it's a really big step forward for, just building our global community of Reign of Titans and increasing the size of our Titan. And as always, we love to have the community travel with us. We love having the community, alongside us. We will definitely be bringing some familiar faces with us. We have Skog and BVT, obviously the representatives of Reign of Titans in the Netherlands. They are two of our top community veterans, and they will be with us hand in hand. They'll be helping new players learn the ropes, answering any questions that anybody may have, and also really diving into some competitive strategies that make Reign of Titans what it is. So Skog and BVT will be there, alongside us, helping players, whether they're brand new players or, whether we have some more community members coming to join us. They'll be there helping people, really just get a hold of the game and understanding themselves with their, deep knowledge. And of course, no energy would be complete without the energy of Ross. So our commentator, he's with us, he's doing the watch party for us in India, and Ross will actually be coming with us to the Dutch Comic Con. You heard that right. Ross will be traveling with us, and Ross will be our official MC and our official commentator at the event itself. So, Ross, I hope you are doing your vocal warm-ups. I hope you're bringing the hype just in 2 weeks, and we're really, really excited to have him with us. As Ads is saying, we're sneaking him in our suitcase. So this will be the first time we're ever traveling with, a community member, especially a commentator. So it's going to be really great to bring that whole Reign of Titans experience on the go at this new event as well. So Ross will be working the crowd, be providing, play-by-play for any show matches we have going on. And he's also tasked with keeping the energy high all. So Ross, you're going to be tired. We're going to work you hard. Super, super excited to have you alongside us for this Comic Con. I love how Ross is saying he's carry on size here. For the event itself, it will be similar to what we've done at AGS. So we'll have a massive stand, basically, eye-catching stand with a large screen up top to try to, get people's attention while they're walking through the convention floor. But here we'll have an array of tablets, mobile devices, obviously with Reign of Titans already downloaded, so players can just walk up, battle their friends head-to-head, maybe play in a casual battle if they just want to play against themselves in a battle of Yu-Gi-Oh! They'll be able to test any strategies and, really begin to learn the game and learn about Reign of Titans as an IP directly on the convention floor. So we don't have any sneak peeks of the booth just yet, but what we can tell you is we're attempting to create basically like a mini arena within Yu-Gi-Oh! In real life. So similar to AGS, it will have a large main stage where people can play battles. Ross will be up there yelling at everybody as they walk by. So it will be amazing, Skogmore is saying here. And just like the AGS experience, we'll also be bringing back the passport system. So we saw this work really well at some of our live in-person events. Basically, everybody who visits our stand will be given a passport. So like basically a physical pamphlet. And on this pamphlet will be a variety of tasks, such as following us on social media, posting about yourself live at the event. And depending on how many of the actual tasks that you complete, you will then get rewards based on the amount of tasks you complete. So we have a bunch of merch. We have keychains. We have some pop caps. We have some T-shirts. We have a lot of exciting stuff that's being produced. So if you're in Europe, if you're going to be, within the continent, reach out to our team already. We would love to have more community members outside of just BVT and Skog there. So if you're around, make sure to hit us up. We would love to find a way, to have you guys to join us. Ross, I see you're talking about the keyboard caps. We sadly didn't get any produced for this event, but we'll keep that in mind that people like that for the next ones. Yeah, hold me to it, Heya. It's going to depend on about where you are in Europe, but if it's feasible, we'd love to have some of you guys come with us as well. So we'll be making more announcements about this over the next few weeks. Next week, we're going to talk about this quite a lot on the. Okay, Heya, we'll hear it on the TitanTalk, and we'll obviously show you guys some sneak peeks, all that good stuff. Now, just to be safe, I'm not saying we're going to pay for your travel in terms of coming here. I'm saying if you're there, message me. Maybe we could find a little bit of way to get you guys over there. No way am I saying that we'll pay you guys, but oh, okay. I mean, Chico, that could be discussed. We could cut it from my salary. That's a good idea. I mean, I would take that hit to get some of you guys with us at Comic Con. No worries, no worries. No, but if you're, oh, well, I just lost my job on the TitanTalk. So, well, I'm gonna tune out and see you guys later then. Okay, ads isn't stepping in, so I'm gonna keep going here. Okay. She said just kidding. We're all good. All right, everyone. Let's talk about the creator clash. I'm gonna kind of move quickly away from my European comment because I kind of almost lost my job there. I'm gonna get a nasty phone call after this, but let's see. So just talking about the creator clash. Wait is finally over. So we've been talking about this for a few weeks. We've been hyping it up, and this weekend is officially our creator clash weekend. So as we've gone over this a few times in previous weeks, but want to make sure you guys have all, the context to what this event will be. We're bringing together some of the biggest names in Indian gaming. Actually, 8 people or 8 creators will be joining us live at the arena. We have 5 who are also doing a watch party outside of what Ross is doing for our global watch party. We'll have 8 creators live at the event competing in the tournament, a creator-specific tournament. And we'll have 5 local creators in India also helping us do a watch party on their channels. But basically, we want to bring these people together and showcase Reign of Titans on a national stage in India in a way that we have never done. So as I mentioned, our team has been traveling to India over the past few weeks. Pravin's been there. Addie just got there yesterday talking about her her all-nighter that she just kind of went through. But our team is already on the ground. We're already working closely with our local partners as well as some of our community members to make sure that every detail is nailed down. So as you guys know, we're having a few of you actually travel to the event. So we've been finalizing all those travel logistics. It looks like we have about 20 to 40 players actually attending the event itself, or our community members who are, raise their hands to come and join. So we're extremely excited to have you guys with us. And, we're actually pulling a lot of strings to make sure that you guys can come here to India. I know Ads has been doing a lot of that work. So Ads, I don't know if you want to talk about kind of the travel logistics or what people can expect, the day of their travel as well.
Yeah, for sure. So as Blake said, it's very exciting to have so many of our community members that are going to be coming to join us live at the event. I'm going to be honest, the logistics for it have been a nightmare. A lot harder than than I thought they were going to be. But excited that we can get you all down there. If you want to come, you're in the area and you haven't spoken to me, make sure you speak to me at some point in the next few hours so we can make sure that you do make it for the event. So things are going to be kicking off on Saturday around noon, and they're going to be going through until the evening. So Blake kind of mentioned some of the things that are going to be happening on the ground, but we have kind of pulled out the stops, as we've said, to also make sure that those that are there in person really do have a good time with us as well. We went over to the boot camp today, had a look at the arena. I'll talk about that in a second. But what we did manage to talk to Rohit about, who's our biggest supporter out here in India. He said that the people that are there, they're going to be able to meet the creators. You're going to be able to have a tour of the Revenant boot camp. Of course, you'll have a tour of our space as well. And we'll also have catered food for you there and drinks, so you'll really be set up for the day. And of course, you'll be able to see what's going on in terms of the creator class, see some of the streaming, etc. So it'll be a nice time. And then of course you get to hang out with us, which arguably is really the best thing. In terms of the arena itself, after seeing all the pictures and all the videos, it was just amazing to actually see it in person. The lighting that they've done is amazing. They've just done a fantastic job. So they're not here and they can't hear me, but I do just have to give a shout out to just the whole team that has worked on the arena. It's a really proud moment for us to say that as Reign of Titans, we feel like we actually have a home here in India now. We have like kind of our HQ over there, and we couldn't imagine being anywhere else outside of the Revenant Bootcamp. So we're really excited about that. I don't want to give too much away in terms of how it looks, but there are some different spaces. So we have designed it so that there are areas where it'll be focused very much on streaming. There are areas where it's going to be focused very much on competitive gameplay, where we're going to be able to shoot content. Of course, there's going to be like chill out sections as well. But you'll see all of that when you do come. Again, if you have not messaged me about coming this weekend, please do in the next few hours, because it's so annoying having to sort out these logistics. And I don't want to do it anymore. Just a quick note for anybody that is coming from Pune before you message me about it again. Yes, we are going to send you the location. Don't worry, you're going to get here. It's fine. But excited, and just shout out, thank you to the community in India that have showed up, want to meet us, and are making the effort to come out to us for the weekend.
Amazing. Thank you, Ads, for that. And for those of you who are not in India, don't worry, we are not leaving you guys hanging. We have a global watch party that will occur at the same time, hosted by none other than our commentator, Ross. So Ross is he's kind of volunteered his tribute. He will be staying up all night EST time. So Ross is based in EST, similar time zone as New York. That means Ross will be up at 2:30 a.m. EST, giving us live reaction and live commentary to everything that is happening within the Hindi broadcast, which will be on our YouTube. So on the Reign of Titans India YouTube, we will have the official Hindi stream, and then on our global Twitch channel, so just Reign of Titans GG on Twitch, we will be having the global watch party, which is hosted by Ross. So Ross will be here. He'll be giving us reactions as the battles are going live, commentate, like basically play-by-play as he usually does as our commentator. And then at the end, have a very, very special tease as well, where we will show the esports roadmap. So Ross will be going over that with all of us as well. Oh, sorry, Ads, go
on. Before we possibly share a little sneak peek, I do just want to just say to Ross as well, just thank you so much for the effort with us, and staying up all night with us to do that stream. It's going to be but I think I talked about this maybe a couple of weeks ago about why it's so important that we do kind of have this stream. It's important because we want people to feel like they're part of the event, right? We want to make sure that it's accessible to our global reach as well. And we also want to make sure that we can showcase India too, right? So we want to put India in the spotlight, put the event in the spotlight in a global stage, right? So it's really important for us. Again, just massive shout out to Ross for rolling with us with the time zones and everything. We need to test it, right? Streaming is going to be a really big part of what we're going to be doing going forward, especially as we jump into this esports space. Perfect segue that I just gave you there, Blake. But yeah, it's really, really important as we start this esports journey. Enter Blake.
Amazing. What an amazing segue there, Ads. So on top of the Creator Clash, not only are we showcasing just Reign of Titans on a global and a national scale through the lens of India, working with those local creators, but we'll also be diving into talking about what esports looks like for Reign of Titans moving forward. So I'm going to just drop this in chat real quick. This is our esports roadmap. Take a look, check it out, and I will be walking and talking us through this right now. So while Ross is there to guide us through the commentator, basically play-by-play with the battles themselves, at the end, we will actually be diving into what the esports roadmap looks like for Reign of Titans 2025. So Ross will be here also going over this while live on our global watch party as well. But Ads actually be on stream, speaking directly to everyone who is, whether you're tuning in through the Hindi stream, whether you're tuning in for the English stream, Ads will also be going over this esports roadmap live at the event. So if you guys don't necessarily understand what we're going through now, don't worry, we're going to talk through it all again on Saturday as well. So just to kind of go over the structure of the esports roadmap itself. So basically, we're bringing together the best of both worlds. We want to have basically a world championship, which you guys can see here in December, which will be some pro teams versus some amateur teams as well, with players playing as individuals as we normally do in our Titan tournaments. So I see a lot of questions in chat. hopefully as I kind of go over some of these points, they'll be able to be answered as well. So what you guys are seeing here in the actual visual itself is only the roadmap for our amateur teams. So first, speaking about our pro teams, we'll have 4 pro teams total. So 4 teams with 8 players each. This means 32 total players, and these will be chosen at the team discretion. So we don't necessarily know exactly who these pro teams are just yet. But I did see some hints in chat. Maybe it will be Revenant, maybe it will be another top team in India, or maybe it will be some teams that are much more on a global scale as well. So for the pro teams, nothing you guys need to necessarily worry about. This will be chosen at the team's discretion. The teams will basically build rosters themselves, and none of it will basically feed into our esports roadmap that you guys are seeing. What you guys are seeing here are basically the breakdown of our amateur. So here we'll have 4 amateur teams total, which again is 32 players. We'll have 32 players from pro, 32 players from amateur, and basically this will make up the 64 players who will compete in the World Championship. Yes, exactly. So we have 32 players coming from our. So how do these 32 players earn their spots? Well, just like any other kind of amateur tournament series, we'll be using qualifying tournaments to basically dictate how these teams are built. These teams are built directly from our community. This means it's your chance to play and really make your way to the top and really get on a global esports stage. So if we look at these 4 teams in specific, there's going to be 2 global teams. Sorry, let me pull up the image so I can kind of walk through this with you guys. So as you guys can see, there's 4 global teams. We'll have an India specific team. We'll have a Latin American specific team. We'll have and then we'll have 2 global. So you'll see the global teams showcased on the document in blue as well as green. What we see here in green are the last chance qualifiers. So this is basically your last chance, and this is from a global perspective as well. So just taking a step back and looking at the difference between tryouts, between world qualifiers and the world championship, this is basically 3 different stages that we have throughout this esports roadmap. So first is tryouts. This is basically open to anybody within our community. These will be tournaments full of 256 players, and the top 32 from these tournaments will actually gain access to our world qualifiers, which is basically our stage 2. So world qualifiers, this is dictated by who is within the top 32 within the 2 tryouts we have within each region. And basically from here, your place, if you're, compete well in these world qualifiers, you will be placed on your regional team to represent that team and represent that region at World Championship. And then Worlds you see here in December, the pretty trophy next to it. This is the final stop. This is the pinnacle of Reign of Titans esports. And here we will have 64 players facing off for just 1 top spot, best player in Reign of Titans World. I see some questions here. AGS, BGS in the amateur category? No. So basically, we are creating new tournament IPs. So one of them will be, or actually, we're creating 3 new tournament IPs. So 3 new sections of the tournaments themselves, which is tryouts, which is world qualifiers, and then obviously World Championship. Let me see if there are any other questions here. And ads, if you want to color commentate, please do. Yeah.
Yeah, let me just answer some of these questions as well. So AGS, BGS in the amateur category. It depends, right? It's not finalized yet when we talk about the pro teams. Full disclosure, right? We're actually talking to quite a few teams in terms of pro teams. We're talking to existing teams, right? So existing sports teams, from all over the world, right? That pretend in and create a team for Reign of Titans. That's one. And then when we think about things like BGS, right? So we wouldn't have like a Brazil game show team, right? But we may have a team that could be somehow associated with Guanana, for example. Again, these conversations are just happening, right? So I can't give too much detail on that. But that's kind of like how we're looking at the pro teams. From that end, I think Sankey you were the one who said it. Can the community basically be picked to be on pro teams? So generally the answer is no. That GIF I posted, I actually wanted to post it for your question, but it's not a full no. Because there could be opportunities to get selected for a pro team, right? Depending on how they shape up. But I can't again, it's not quite finalized, so I can't like give proper alpha. I can only give like hints of alpha with that one. We had a question about like, is everything going to be online? So and Haya also asked in line or in person for the worlds, right? So we've got these different stages and these different tryouts, right? And there's going to be like potentially quite a few tournaments that go into these different stages to get to qualifiers, etc. When we look at the worlds that we want to have at the end of the year, of course we want to make this like a massive event, right? We want it to be like the thing that people are striving towards yearly. So it's only fitting that when we think about worlds, we think about it as a real in-person event, right? To have a real in-person event when we talk about worlds, right? We also know that means that we're basically saying we need to get people to wherever it is that we're going to be hosting worlds, right? So that's going to be something that we're going to be doing. But generally, our plan right now is to be having worlds in person. I don't want to say where it's going to be right now because we haven't decided. We have some ideas, but it will be in person. Why can't the community be a pro team? Yeah, right. So it's funny. Like we kind of went back and forth on this idea of pro teams, right? But it's because we only have 4 pro teams and 4 amateur teams for the moment, right? And because because you're noobs, yeah. But also because when we talk about the pro teams, just in this scenario, again, as we're trying out this model, seeing what works, that we're talking to actually teams that are actually really fully established. Not to say that like you guys are not fully established, but I mean like teams that have been competing on the esports arenas for years, right? Don't think of the amateur and pro teams as a indicator of skill level, right? Because I have no doubt in my mind that the person taking home the cup at the Worlds is going to be someone from our community. I have no doubt. So don't worry about that.
Ooh, that's a great. Ooh, that would be a great poll. Who will be the world champion, a pro team or a community member? I'm on the same
Oh
side
my
as
god,
you,
like,
Alex.
guys,
I think
you've
it's
got
a
to get it
community
together.
member.
Like, yeah, you've got to get it. You've got to get it together, people. We've got to take the Worlds. It has to be someone from our community, like for sure. Sankey, so from July, the tournament style was going to change. As you and RT said it on multiple Titan talks. Can details for that be given? Details could be given for that if I had details to share, right? And I'll be really transparent about this, Sankey, right? We have talked about wanting to change things up and wanting to change things up when it comes to July. We are a little bit hesitant to make any final decisions before we have the tournament platform and before we've kind of started to really understand how we're scaling and how we're moving into worlds. To date, what I can tell you is that there has been no firm decision, there has been no firm action that is being taken around what we are going to be doing for tournaments in July. So I cannot give you an answer. What I can tell you is the state of affairs as it stands today. We have said it on Titan Talks. We've said it to each other. We have not regrouped, talked about it again in terms of exactly what we're going to do. So this moment, there is no change. Can you all hear me?
Yep. Can hear you.
Okay.
All good.
Okay. I need validation back when I'm
Yeah.
you guys. Oh, okay. More questions. Let's see. Whole world situation. NFTs and free to play. As of right now, Daniel, yes, both NFTs and free to play, as we have it mapped out, are allowed. Okay, and then I do want to actually address something that Haya said. I think it's a good time. Guys, don't be worried about NFTs yet. Don't worry. Okay, so Haya said we need more serious KYC, to be honest, right? And this is actually a very, very nice time to bring it up. So we agree. We do not believe that the KYC that we have, as great as Typeform is, it's probably not the best way for us to do KYC when we start talking about this kind of World Series, when we talk about these many tournaments and kind of what's at stake, right? We have been implementing and working to implement into our tournament platform a full KYC process, right? So not a form that you fill in like that, but an actual external verification process that you have to go through, right? I'm talking about like when you have to put your face in the camera and do all of that stuff, right? Yeah, exactly. Beep, boop, beep, boop, right? So we can really verify properly. We're going to need that as we think about different payment systems that we're also trying to integrate into the tournament platform. And just in general, we're going to have to tighten up security like quite a bit when it comes to KYC. So it's going to be less of this kind of manual, we're doing it process, and it's going to be actually put out to existing solutions when it comes to KYC, right? That you would see in many other tools. Doctor verified, yes, and a physical examination, yes. As an example, can we compete as a community team together? Make our own amateur team, or we can only compete individually? Fantastic question, right? This is something that like kept us up at night, right? How are we going to be working on this individual team situation, right? Because it's tough to do that when you start to go through like these rounds as we presented in the esports roadmap. So you are going to be competing as individuals, right? It is only in the later stages that you actually get through and then you start to represent a team. But throughout, you are going to be competing as individuals. We have thought about, what happens, when it comes to Worlds and we think about the winners, right? Yes, as Blake says, Worlds is going to be where you represent a team. But going through, there's going to be an individual winner, right? Somebody is going to be crowned the champion. But we also want to make sure that there is also a champion team, right? So it's figuring out the logistics of what is the makeup of what contributes towards your standing as a team, and then what contributes towards your standing as an individual, right? But it will basically be on both premise. Go through the early stages as an individual. You will be put into a team by the time you get to Worlds. And I say by the time you get there, because I'm sure many of our community are going to get there. By the time you get to Worlds, you'll be in a team. Individual will be crowned as well as a team. Hope that makes sense. Any thoughts on this? I do not have any thoughts on that, Chiku. So I'm gonna not say anything about that, but probably not. Just gonna put that out there. But thank you for the suggestion, but we're not gonna do that. I do like the idea of drops though. The schedule revamps for when we talk about Worlds in this esports roadmap, think of it as something that's like tangential to whatever we're doing today, right? It's not we're not necessarily replace the other, right? This esports roadmap lives in its own world, regardless of what we decide to do with, the tournament structure that we have today. Total revamp. So you can crown. Yeah, that's our goal, right? We want to be able to highlight individual play, as well as a team contribution. Yeah, like basically team prize pool, individual. But this is where like it starts to get quite fun when you start to think about, okay, what actually contributes towards your like points as a team, right? Because it doesn't just have to be like winning and losing, right? We're talking about like, Sankey with his 380 mana overflow, right? Like, can we have something like you have the highest damage, right? And that contributes towards some of your points as a team, right? We can get really creative with it. So it can be quite nice to think about how a team wins. like you think about it, like you almost wanna encourage like group play, right? Like real group play when you talk about teams, right? And are there like mechanics that we can put in place where where it encourages that, right? You having to sacrifice certain things for the team, or you having to push certain things for the good of the team, right? Or sacrifice yourself for the team. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, can hear you.
Okay. um, Good KYC putting a big limit on group plays. Um, Say more about that, Haya. Um, what do you mean when you say group plays? Oh, no, wait. Are, are you answering the question? Oh, okay. Okay, you're answering the question with this. Sankey, okay, I get it. Um, yeah, yeah, no, I understand that, right? That's something that, like, these are slightly different, right? We're talking about KYC in terms of we've got verification of you as you as a person, right, wanting to play, and like being eligible and understanding that you're going to be getting payouts and being part of a sophisticated, um, full tournament platform, right? So that's one, and then you've got everything that's like connected to the game, and then when we think about like multi accounts and cheating, right, that's another thing that we have to also think about. But yes, it is. That's not necessarily part of the KYC process as I'm talking about it here, but it is going to be part of a process that we have to have a think about, right? Because that is going to be real, right? IP is going to be real. But if we get the KYC and multi accounts, etc., under control before then, we're hoping at that point it won't be the biggest issue. You know what I'm going to say, right?
Yeah, we can hear you, Ed.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that was what I was going to say. Okay. Questions. I think we answered most of them as we were going through.
There's a good
Um,
question from RG Bureau about more experimental ways that teams can play together, which, we're
yeah.
totally aligned with. We want that just for this
Mhm.
first edition, given the time constraints we have. I don't believe that will be something in this world.
I mean, we kind of what you'd want, right, is um okay, no, I see what you're saying. Yeah, but Blake said it, we're totally open to new ideas, new formats in terms of how teams can play together.
Yeah, we went back
But
and forth on that quite a bit too, Ed. So it's interesting community
yeah.
too.
So these esports tournaments and NFTs tournaments are separate and not related. I mean, they're separate in the sense that one does not replace another. So we're not putting in the esports roadmap um, as a solution to say, well, now we're going to cut our regular tournaments and we're only going to focus on the esports roadmap. So that's what I mean by them being separate. They have two separate paths, two separate journeys. You know, they follow their own fate, if that makes sense. That's revealing. Oh, relieving. That's relieving. Okay. Yes. Um, Ross, I really, really, really didn't want you to ask me that question.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't have an update on the tournament platform timeline, right? I keep saying that we are just waiting to try to host a Titan tournament on the tournament platform. I'm hoping it will be the next one that we can test it. Um, I'm not sure, but I'm hoping it's the next one. That let me actually tell you something. Um, Pretty drop dead, right? Is that we can't do the esports roadmap unless we have the tournament platform, right? So we're kind of locking ourselves into these dates, right? So we have to have a tournament platform that is effective, that has been tested already multiple times by the time we get to this esports roadmap. So that gives you an indication of drop dead dates. Although that's not the time we're shooting for. Um, yeah, exactly. That's how I feel when I think about the platform. Um, in
Hey, it's
between
just
both
you and
videos.
Nance. Sorry. Didn't mean to cut you
No,
off.
I actually know what Hay is saying because I know why he's saying that. So I saw the whole confusion happen when it was happening, but I just thought I wouldn't say anything, and now it's coming up. uh, yeah, Blake said we are working on a date or something. We are going to be announcing a date, but not on the Titan Talk. Um, in between both affiliates is the patch dropping. Yeah, that's what I saw. I saw it all play out. I knew Haya. I knew what you took it as. Like I said, I just thought I'd let it roll. I knew it would come up. Um, in between both affiliates is the patch dropping. What's coming in it, if that can be updated also. Yeah, so we'll let you know exactly what is going to be in it. But there's going to be obviously quite a few updates when it comes to some of the bugs. We also want to input different animations. We want to update some of them and put in some new ones that we didn't actually put in the last build as well. We'll of course have the balance update as well. And we're doing some changes when it comes to the deck UI too. Um, so there's another couple of bigger ticket items I think we're having into. Balance, yes. Yeah. I said it on the last Titan Talk actually. I did give dates. Um I gave dates last week. Um okay, so there's three things when it comes to what we're going to be fixing for this new build, right? And the kind of end date that we're looking to be having this new build and these fixes and these updates is the week of the 16th. Um, there's three kind of areas that we're looking to fix. We have the UI fixes that we're having, like including the deck. Um, we have the balance, right? I know that's what everybody's waiting for too. And then we of course have the actual like new build fixing all of the bugs as well. Okay, so I don't know why everybody's like freaking out about NFTs. But um, let me give a public disclaimer about NFTs. And this is only valid today. Yeah, it's not valid like in perpetuity. But as of today, everybody, there is no active plan to change what we are doing with NFTs. There is no active conversation or no active plan. I cannot tell you what it's going to look like in the future, but today you do not have to worry. Um, Once we do, or if we do have a conversation, well, we need to have a conversation anyway, right? Because if there's things that aren't clear in terms of in terms of their value, right? It's a conversation that we need to have with you as a community. But but um, once we have some kind of path, we will tell you. But as of today, we don't have anything that we're hiding. Yeah, I hear you, TST. TST Crips. Is that how you say it? I just want to say crisps. That's what I'm going to say. All right. Questions, questions, questions. Crisps all day. Anyone who knows me knows how I feel about potatoes. So.
Ads definitely has room service delivering some fries away right as we
I
speak.
had, I had them earlier, Blake. You know. So it's a good question, Ross. So French fries are really my thing, but like chips are kind of close to that. When I talk about flavors, right? I'm English, so it's gonna have to be salt and vinegar, like in general for like crisps. Um, it's all talk about food. But peri peri fries, yeah, they go a long way as well. Yeah, yeah, and vinegar on fries, right? Crisps. I'm talking about chips, and then I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. They're actually both salt and vinegar on both is great.
Oh, I've never had sea salt vinegar fries. That's interesting.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's good. Okay, we had a real question coming in from here. Okay, you got me super excited about global tournament. Please make tournament structure less luck and more skill based, meaning more entries. Um, hmm, yeah, I hear some of that. All right. Any other questions? All right. Well, Titan Army, I am actually going to have to drop right now. I'm going to leave you in the hands of Blake to
Woo
get
woo.
the rumble done. But for everybody that is, all right, I gotta wait for this announcement. What's going on?
Ooh, drum roll.
I wish I was having a good rest. I got to jump to another call. Yeah, that's the announcement. As Blake said, if you're anywhere remotely close to there, apparently you can hit us up. Um,
Hit Blake up. Blake will take care of you.
no, we're so excited. Right, the next couple of weeks are going to be really nice. We're quite community focused actually the next couple of weeks in these activations that we're doing, so it's always a pleasure for us to be hitting the road and actually to be meeting you in person. So excited for this weekend, excited for what we're going to be doing with Dutch Comic Con as well. For everybody that is rocking and rolling this weekend, I'll see you in a couple of days. Please message me if you haven't already. And we will take pictures, of course, so you can all see how it's going. But you can be tuning in live and see it for yourself. Again, thank you so much, Ross, for what we're going to be putting you through this weekend, and then what we're going to be putting you through in the next couple of weeks. Will you also meet us at the event? Me? Are you saying that, Bullet? Yeah. No, so flew here and I'm just gonna leave right before the event. Um, I'm gonna leave right before and just go back to New York and not meet you all. What do you mean? Of course I'm gonna meet you all. Like, so I'm here, right? No, I'll be there 100%.
Woo.
Yeah, of course. I'll be like right at the entrance, welcoming you all in. Actually, I'll be stressed out because you're all gonna be pinging me about like how to get there. Um, no, but cannot wait to meet you all in person. I'll be the one with the hair. You'll recognize me.
Amazing. Well, everyone show Ad some love. She logs off. One more call, and hopefully Ads will get some sleep and end that all nighter. Hopefully, it doesn't turn into a double all nighter. Well, thanks again, Ads. We'll see you later.
Bye, everyone.
All right, let's turn our attention over to the Titan Games channel. We'll do one Super Rumble to celebrate the release of our esports roadmap. Let's see what we got. Yes, Chica, we will need 2 people with bounties. I hate this music error. I wish it was. Whatever. So who wants the bounty? So I see Tushar wants one. Broken wants one. All right. Sorry, Relzy. You got beat. So ads and RT are not with us. So that means you'll get a medium loot box if you kill myself, if you kill Broken, and if you kill Tushar. If Broken, Tushar, or myself commit suicide, everyone who is playing will get a normal loot box. If you win the Super Rumble, you guys know it, get a medium loot box. So let's go. We got about 2 minutes to join. If you're on the stage, make sure to head on over to the Titan Games channel. Click that little sword emoji. Get involved. Break Broken. Huh, that's a good one, Skog. Oh. All right, everyone. 1 minute left for our Music Super Rumble. Still see a few of you in our stage that have yet to join. Super easy way to win some Rumble, or excuse me, to win some loot boxes. If you win the Rumble and if you kill people during the Rumble, come on over, join us. Will be fun. Now, before we begin, I gotta find the code. Oh, there we go. Grab it. Ooh. Bullet got the grimoire. Let's do a few of these before we begin. Grabbed it. Hey, got that. All right. GG. All right, we'll do one more. One more, everyone. Ross claimed it. One more. Oh! Nitro got it. All right. I'm going to lose my spot. Stop. Oh! We're off. Round 1. Oh my. Come on. Literally, I committed suicide round. Nah. This is rigged. This is rigged. Oh! DSC Crisp! Lost their lust for life. BVT got blinded by the light. Bullet got blinded by the light too. Oh my gosh, Ross! Oh my, this is a quick rumble. Already round 2, only 15 players left. RG Bureau killed Abhishek. Oh, Sankey has a trumpet? Yeah, this music one's weird, guys. I don't know what's... Soulmint. Fine. Ooh, Banu has a guitar. Ooh, Skymore committed suicide. Sankey killed Golsey Nero, and Relzy sat at the dock of the bay, and then met the Grim Reaper. Ooh, 11 players going to round 5. Heya got a guitar, but Heya did in fact die by the Grim Reaper. Shazinix committed suicide. Mayhish committed suicide, and Julian killed Daniel. Ooh! Alright, let me get a little revive in here, get the cats going. Julian did nothing. Sankey killed Soulmint, and RG Bureau has a microphone. Got some guitars, got some microphones. See going on here in these final round 6 players. Round 7. Oh, Nitro got through. RG Bureau killed Julian. Microphone? An extension cord. Oh, gosh. And Nitro has concert tickets. Woo! Round 8. G Bureau killed Banu. Nitro killed Tushar. That's a medium loot box going to Nitro. And Sankey killed RG Bureau. Who do we have? Is it Nitro and Sankey? Is that the final 2? Nitro killed Sankey and Nitro wins! Oh, GG's, everyone. Woo! All right, everyone. Well, that will be the end of our Titan Talk today. It's a wrap. It is a wrap. So today we went through the affiliate tournament happening this weekend, went through the logistics. You guys know what's going on. You're all prepped, ready to go. Then we announced that we were going to the Dutch Comic Con. So again, June 20th to 22nd, we will be there. Message me if you're going to be close by in Europe. We will sort you out as always. And then we wrapped up talking about our Creator Clash and our esports roadmap. So Creator Clash this Saturday,
watch party hosted by Ross. If you speak Hindi, we'll be on our YouTube. If you don't, you want to listen in English, it will be on our YouTube channel. So we'll make sure to communicate that all in Discord. And we wrapped up with a sneak peek of our esports roadmap. Check it out. Let us know if you guys have any feedback. That image is pinned in Titan chat. So as always, really eager to hear your guys' take on what we think here. Totally hear you, Heya, about your suggestion for double elimination and more chances. We'll take that into consideration as always. But thank you, everyone. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. See you soon. Bye.